Legal Trophy quarter-final match, and what a game it has been so far. If the next 40 minutes and anything like the last 40 minutes, we're going to have some afternoon today. Mr. Morris signals the second half underway. An awkward kick, eventually picked up. Collier, I think that is in possession. Widnes, remember, down to 12 men against Bradford Northern's 13, but leading by 22 points to 10. And I'm sure that the Chemics will have welcomed that half-time break. And it'd be interesting to see what Tony Myler would have had to say. I'm sure that part of what he said would be to just cool things down a little bit. Widnes are on top. Everything to be gained by Bradford if Widnes lose the composure. Nothing to be gained by the Chemics. All they have to do is keep possession, play a tight game, and if the scoreline is like this at the end of the day, they'll be happy. Deep kick by Hammond, bounces towards touch, but it won't find touch, and it's fielded by Simpson. Again, a good chase by Widnes. Malcolm, what do you think Peter Fox will have said to his side at half-time?
I don't know, but I'd like to have been a fly on the wall in the dressing room, and straight away there, Colin Morris giving a penalty to Bradford Northern. I think probably the message has gone out to keep your heads, and obviously Ruane on a little bit of a caution at the moment. 12 men, Bradford need to move this ball out wide. We've got the pace in the backs as Roy Powell takes his first drive up now. He's halted there by Darren Wright. Neil Summers in at the acting half-back onto the runner in Paul Dixon. Dixon spinning round, trying to get out of the tackle there of Caloto, and Bradford moving the ball out now with Watson. Watson sliding across the face onto David Frace, but good tackle there by Ruane on the Frenchman as Frace plays the ball to himself. Referee waving play on there as David Frace took a quick tap there, didn't have the marker as Northern with Watson. Watson straightening up, drops the ball off to Medley. Medley trying to go around the outside, but last tackle signalled by the referee, and it's Christie with the little chip over the top there, but well swept up at the back, and that'll be a tap out under the post there as Gary Christie doing a good job there, forcing the Widnes player over his own goal line as the Bradford spectators try to get behind the supporters. There's 12 points adrift, and Colin Morris once again just stopping the clock as Widnes try and waste those few precious minutes. So the drop out to come, be another set of 6 for Bradford. There's a long ball out there to Dave Watson. Watson offloads the ball to true try Roger Simpson as Simpson ducking, bobbing, weaving. Nearly got through the clutches there of Andy Collier up to the 20-metre mark. Bourneville just takes the drive up now, but this is not the sort of thing we need to see. It's Roy Powell now. Powell offloads to the running Dixon. Dixon half spinning round there. 10 metres. Watson prop steps inside, but the cover up very, very quickly there on the Bradford standoff. Derek Fox from the acting halfback. Bourneville turns the back onto Simpson. Simpson out to Newlove. Newlove trying to go round the outside, but good tackle there by Peter Smith on Paul Newlove. Fox, the little slide kick through there, and Medley in very, very quickly, and that once again Northern putting the pressure on. This is good pressure by Bradford Northern as Medley was very, very quick on to that Derek Fox chip through, and Widnes is having to shovel the ball over the dead ball line. So Northern really need to make this pressure now count as Watson once again takes a good ball from that dropout. Nowhere to go there as they cover up very, very quickly for Widnes. Brian McDermott straightening up, but into a brick wall there of Caloto and Collier. Fox moving the ball out to Bourneville. Bourneville straightening up. 3 tacklers round in there. Summers from the acting halfback onto Derek Fox. Brings Paul Dixon running, but Dixon just having to stretch out there to get to that ball. Fox switches the ball inside to Watson. Watson onto Christie. Christie in the line, but David Ruane doing a good smother tackling job there on Christie. Watson jinking about, drops the ball back, and a knock on there as Dave Watson ran at the defence, but David Fraser it was that knocked on, so that's the handover to Widnes.
Well, brilliant defence by Widnes, 18 tackles, and well, a fist goes in there as Hadley is tackled. It looked like a punch on Hadley. The crowd, as Mr. Morris, I must comment on this, as Mr. Morris came out, and several times in fact during the game, the Widnes section have been shouting cheat, cheat, cheat at the referee, and I was about to say that was a bit unfair because referees don't cheat, but I was amazed that he pulled Peter Smith up. The ball was being played, I know it was early on, but Widnes have had 18 tackles to make since then. I've not had a chance to comment before. But Widnes, the ball was being played on the far side of the field, right on the opposite wing, and Peter Smith on this wing was pulled up for being offside. And if anyone can justify that to me, well, I wish they would, because there's people standing offside all over the place in these games, and somebody nowhere near the ball. It would have taken 15 minutes for the ball to get anywhere near Peter Smith if it had been allowed to go on. Anyway, Widnes in possession. It's no use moaning about these officials. The game continues. Now, what can Widnes do with this ball? Inside to Collier off Steve McCurry. Looking for the quick play of the ball. Bradford player was in the way, slowing the things down. Coloto can't get the ball out. Well, yes, he can. Broadbent takes it well. Flung past there. Widnes, will they come to the short side? No. Hammond dummies the final tackle for Widnes. Now David Hume. Well, was it crossing? It might have been, but it's been allowed to go on, and Widnes again get the ball out. Macon can't hang on to it. He eventually gathers, so it will be a scrum for the knock-on. Well, we feel, actually it's a turnover, that was the final tackle. We feel that if Widnes can score next, then perhaps they can clinch this game, but certainly if Bradford get the next 6 points, then it's all to play for, Malcolm.
Yeah, Bradford pinned in their own 10-metre area there, and Widnes coming up very, very quick as Neil Summers tries to bring that ball away. Paul Dixon now, he's just going to charge down the centre of the park, gets the ball over his own 20-metre line. Onto Derek Fox. Fox, the little chip over the top, into space for Watson. Watson at pace, and that's taken well there by the fullback as Watson tried to put the boot to the ball, but Widnes doing well there from the acting half-back position. Peter Smith coming in there just to help his forwards. Wright now just drives the ball up, but he's halted there by Paul Newlove. Peter Smith once again from the acting half-back dancing about, but that's 4 tackles now for Widnes, but back in possession inside the Bradford half. A good tackle there by Roy Powell. And Powell once again with the tackle, and finally the ball chipped through this time as Roger Simpson sweeps up at the back there. Sets off, gets out of one. That's good, strong running as he got out of the tackle there of Hume, but finally ankle tap down. Norden need to move this ball out now. Newlove gets out of one. Paul Newlove with a handoff going. He got David Myers inside, but just couldn't offload the ball to the ex-Widnes winger. Gary Christie coming in looking for work, going across the face of the defence. Sells the dummy, but finally halted. A lot of running there by Christie for not a lot of yardage, but Norden now need to come again. It's Bourneville turning his back, had Powell in support, but just couldn't offload the ball as Craig Making it was that went down on him. The ball picked up by Newlove, but Newlove just losing his footing. So the last tackle signal by the referee to be Neil Summers, who puts the high ball towards Gary Broadbent. Broadbent taking the ball well there and running the ball out of defence, but good chasing there by Brian McDermott.
Did very well to take that, although he wasn't under too much pressure. It was a swirling high ball and he fumbled it almost. My heart was in my mouth there. And what a great piece of brave play by Gary Broadbent when he went down on that kick through before, as well as Watson was chasing. He's definitely a good prospect in the making, and an able substitute for Stuart Spruce, who may be out for some time. McCurry, well, a wild ball. Darren Wright blurs at Steve McCurry as he takes that ball, and no wonder. A ball back to Hammond. Well, not the best of kicks, but Widnes will move up in a line, give the statutory 10 metres, and Bradford back in possession. Widnes will be looking to keep them though down at this end of the field. 10 minutes gone. It's a long time to go yet. It's like climbing a mountain for Widnes, and fortunately with a 12-point cushion, but still the 12 men in the black are going to have to work very hard this afternoon.
Yeah, Peter Fox looks to be ringing the changes there as Dixon takes the drive up, offloads the ball to Neil Summers. Summers gets out of one, but finally wrapped up on that far side. Looks like John Hamer coming back onto the park and bringing Dave Heron into the fray as well. David Frace is going to be the person to go off. Roy Powell takes a good ball there. Powell had the supporting Hamer, who's already on the park. Last tackle signal by the referees. Fox once again, the little chip over the top. That's heading towards the touchline on that far side. Roger Simpson going on to the wing. It'll be Christie that's come into the centre, but Widnes now with a set of 6 to try and work this ball back up the park.
Yes, I wonder when Tony Myler will use the Widnes substitutes, Anthony Singleton and Mike O'Neill. Hammond gets the ball out to Smith. Smith can't break away. He throws a wild pass out. Coloto forced to pounce on that. Smith just couldn't get a gap there. Bit of argy-bargy going on between Paul Dixon and Imosi Coloto. Well, Bradford have taken possession back, and Fox going forward.
So a mistake there and a penalty for laying on once again. Guilty party this time looks like Steve McCurry, the hooker, as a little bit of a mistake there as David Myers takes the quick tap from acting halfback, moves up towards the 20-metre mark. Bradford need a score now to get them back into the game as John Hamer back into the fray. Fresh pair of legs on the park. Fox onto Heron. David Heron props, straightens up. Heron, 36-year-old, still got the legs. Watson, little run round with Summers. Summers sells the dummy there, but just couldn't get the ball to the supporting John Hamer. 4 tackles gone now for Bradford Northern as Watson once again, the little run round, drops the ball off to Roy Powell, but the cover sliding across well there on the big Bradford number 8. Watson, Derek Fox. Fox, the ball over the top, that's picked up well by Neil Summers, but good tackling there by Widnes, smothering the ball as Summers looked to offload that ball. They had the overlap on the outside, so Widnes now to drive the ball out of their own 20-metre area. Back to you, Barry.
Hansen there. Well, Widnes I have said the Widnes defence has been solid for much of this season. It's just been 1 or 2 lapses in some of the games they've lost by big scores. It's been a couple of lapses and then a late collapse in the last 10 minutes. But it's a good job they've had good defence, because they certainly need it this afternoon. They're working very hard. Look at that, Darren Wright there scampers away from that tackle. The final tackle for Widnes, it needs to be a long kick by Hammond. It's a bit of a flapper. Widnes, I think, waking to bring on a substitute. They're just seeing Singleton, well, Mike O'Neill in fact is stood by the sideline as Simpson breaks the tackle, and the fresh legs waiting to come on for Widnes.
So Bradford now with another set of 6. Paul Medley looking to drive at this defence, trying to prize an opening. Roger Simpson had a super game this afternoon as Northern come now with Dave Heron. Heron props, straightens up, but can't find the gap there to open this solid Widnes defence. Bradford still with the 12-point deficit as Paul Dixon gets the ball out to Gary Christie. Christie, the little chip over the top, but that ball just a little bit too far and swept up well. I think Widnes had 1 or 2 doubts about this youngster, Gary Broadbent, this afternoon at fullback, with David Spruce being out injured, but all credit to the boy. He's done good this afternoon and just took a little bit of a knock there as Gary Christie ran into him, and Colin Morris just stopping the game straight away so that the physio can come onto the park, and Mike O'Neill into the fray. So Mike O'Neill into the fray this afternoon, Craig Making onto the bench, had a good game, the big number 8 for Widnes, as once again the attention there to Gary Broadbent.
Gary Broadbent, as Widnes fans will know, he came straight out of the academy into the first team. As I said earlier, last time Widnes played Bradford in the league game, and really was outstanding for most of the game on that occasion as Hansen powers forward, and he's been superb today, again getting down bravely. David Owain gets those legs moving, races forward. Widnes looking to get some more points on the board to increase that safety net. 16 and a half minutes gone in this game as David Hume gets the ball out to Mike O'Neill. O'Neill makes some more metres for Widnes. The final tackle for the Chemics. They take it to the short side. McCurry dinks one in towards touch, and it eventually finds touch. So Widnes push Bradford back into that 10 metre zone again. Still a long way to go in this game though. Bradford, remember, just need to score twice. 12 points behind. Widnes working very hard to stop that from happening at the moment. And I noticed that Hadley is lying back in the line. Widnes playing sort of with 2 full backs at the moment. Hadley's coming off the left wing, and no doubt if the ball switches in his direction, Peter Smith will come in off the other side. So using a double cover defence at the moment, Widnes.
So Paul Medley with that drive for Northern, as Brian McDermott now taking the drive up, and Coloso there wrapping the Bradford loose forward up. Roy Powell, but Powell's just straight into the waiting defence there, and that's 4 tackles gone for Northern now, still inside the Widnes half as Dave Heron tries to get the forwards running in the shape of Paul Dixon, but Dixon halted on the halfway line, and last tackle signal once again by the referee as Derek Fox needs a good kicking game, and I'd have thought this afternoon with the wind advantage, that ball trapped well there by Gary Broadbent as Broadbent sets out of defence, but he's hauled down by Medley and by Newlove and Myers. Darren Wright brings the ball up to the 20 metre mark. Peter Smith running across the face of the defence there, but Medley in with a good sliding tackle. Hansen, big strong drive there, but that's 4 tackles for Widnes now as Widnes keeping the ball alive. It's O'Neill, gets the ball out, but a good tackle by Roger Simpson. Been my man of the match for Bradford Northern this afternoon so far. Widnes with the kick now, that's toe poked over the top to Dave Watson. Watson back in that full back position now as Watson gets the ball out to Derek Fox. Fox with the handoff going, but good cover tackling there across by Andy Collier as Northern come again with Paul Newlove. John Hamer drops the ball inside to Roy Powell. Powell offloads to Fox. Fox onto Heron. Heron props, straightens up, but he's halted on the halfway line. So a lot tighter game in this second half. Both defences are on top as David Myers takes the ball up for Northern. Derek Fox shimmy, straightens up inside, drops the ball inside to Powell, but 5 tackle signal once again by Colin Morris. Fox onto Hamer. Hamer switches the ball back for Fox. Fox, the little chip for the corner. That's a chip and chase by Roger Simpson. Simpson doing a super job there. Bundle the fullback into touch on that far side, so the pressure all on there. Good chasing by the Bradford number 1, playing on the wing this afternoon after that switch round. And another substitution now. It's Caloto coming off the park. Anthony Singleton, he's going to be the substitution for Caloto. Had a big game for Widnes this afternoon, but probably Frank Myler just thinking, has he run out of steam a little bit? But the pressure back on as a fresh pair of legs in the form of Singleton on the park as Widnes drop the ball out as far as Dave Watson. Watson offloads the ball to David Myers. Myers going at pace, but wrapped up there by Andy Collier. Roger Simpson from the acting halfback gets the ball onto McDermott. McDermott just dips the shoulder. Neil Summers. Summers, little dart from acting halfback, but once again the defence sliding across well there. And Bradford, no real organisation seems to be at the moment around that acting halfback. The ball needs to be moved out wide here as Christie coming in, taking the ball there, but Newlove going on the inside as Christie tried to go around the outside. John Hamer drives up inside the Widnes 20-metre area, but once again the last tackle for Bradford Northern as Fox onto Heron selling the dummy. Fox with a little run round. Fox with a little chip through for Simpson into the corner, and once again good scrambling there by Gary Broadbent. That's twice that ball's gone into that bottom corner, and Broadbent had to get across there as Roger Simpson really coming at pace down that wing. So Bradford need to capitalise on this pressure now. They've had Widnes in their own half of the field as Fox just traps the ball there. Bit of a flat drop out as Derek Fox elects to take them on, but tackle there by Mike O'Neill as Roy Powell this time. Powell straightens up, going towards the post, offloads the ball to Summers. Summers gets the ball and Fox doing well there. And McDermott just putting the ball down there as quick hands tried to get that ball out. McDermott it was that puts the ball down, so Widnes now, first touch of the ball, looking to drive that ball out of their own 22. Singleton, first touch of the ball, the Bradford defence up very, very quickly. Mike O'Neill, the other Widnes substitute, he's held by Dave Heron as the ball coming out now. David Hume getting out of the tackle there, but Medley finally sweeping him up, and two more tackles to go now for Widnes as they come away from the acting halfback. Last tackle, so the kick probably going to go in over the top as Newlove doing well there. Knock on seen by the touch judge as Paul Newlove went down on that ball. Looked to fumble the ball that little bit as it was being kicked through, caught his boot, and Colin Morris not sure, but the touch judge on this side. So down we go to scrum. It'll be head and ball to Widnes.
Well, Steve McCurry breathed a sigh of relief there. He put thumbs up to the touch judge. It was definitely a knock-on from McCurry's kick through. A good little kick it was. But you can see how tired Widnes are getting. Just stop there as that ball floated to Hammond. Carl Hammonds there, his drop kicks from under the post are getting shorter and shorter, and I think if he had to do another one, I'd be surprised if it went 10 metres. Tired legs for Widnes, but hanging on by the fingertips to this enthralling cup tie at Norton Park. 16 minutes left in the quarter-final of this Regal Trophy competition. Widnes against Bradford Northern. Well, the ball went loose. Mike O'Neill just kicked it back. Crossing has been given, so it's a penalty anyway to Bradford. But certainly Widnes working overtime at the moment, earning the money this afternoon. Cover defence is the order of the day for the Chemics. Bradford, well, they're trying everything in the book, but up to now, no score in the second half. It's ticking away, 15 minutes left now as Bradford come forward, and you just wondered if Widnes can hang on to this lead. They certainly would do well to tackle all day. They need a touch of luck, an interception or something for the Chemics, because they're getting just tireder and tireder, and Bradford, Malcolm, will just keep piling on the pressure.
Yeah, the pressure needs to tell now as Watson switching the ball inside there to David Myers, but I still like to see Bradford moving this ball out to the wings. Dave Watson onto Roy Powell, puts Powell through a gap there, but the cover coming across again. Once again, it's the last tackle signal by the referees. Fox, the little chip, gets through there, but swept up well at the back there by Hume as Widnes coming again. Singleton there, but Derek Fox finally wrapping him up. So Widnes with 4 more tackles now to try and work this ball down the park.
Well, David Hume did very well to take that low ball. Hume's worked as hard as anybody this afternoon, if not harder. He's been everywhere on the pitch. Widnes, well, at times they're making good ground when they've got possession, but they can't get out the half, and it's the final tackle. It needs to be a good kick. It bounces awkwardly, but Simpson takes it. And Simpson comes infield, tries to dodge away, but Hammond makes the tackle finally, and Widnes again face 6 more tackles as Bradford look to open up the defence with a wide ball. He's close to touch, but he went down too early there, Watson. Darren Wright just couldn't put him into touch. In fact, it's Helen, I beg your pardon.
So Paul Newlove having to come in, do the work there for his forwards, just having to take that ball forward as Dixon on the charge again. Dixon runs into O'Neill, gets a one-handed pass out to the supporting Roy Powell, but Powell's wrapped up there by Hansen. Derek Fox trying to marshal his troops as Watson. We need a little bit of magic now from the Kiwi, but last tackle once again signalled by the referee as Derek Fox will put the high ball. That's a good high ball this time as David Myers coming in, but once again Gary Broadbent takes a super ball there under a lot of pressure. So Widnes with the ball now on that far side, but Medley wraps Andy Collier up finally. All the pressure being on Widnes in this second half, but with no points on the board. We'd have thought at half-time talking that probably the first team to score would have gone on, and Hansen doing a good strong job there. David Hume from the acting half-back position gets the ball up to the halfway line, but last tackle signal once again by the referee, Mr. Colin Morris, as the ball back there to Carl Hammond. Hammond pops the ball over the top, and Watson running out of defence, pushes into one, knocks one off, finally gets through a gap there, but halted by Dave Ruane as Derek Fox drops the ball back to David Heron. Heron onto McDermott. McDermott into space. McDermott's got Roger Simpson with him. McDermott couldn't get the ball out, but that's a penalty there as Roger Simpson tackled off the ball there. McDermott had Simpson in support, so Northern coming again. Roger Simpson. Simpson props, straightens up, looks for the gap. Could have been a certain try on there for Northern if McDermott could have loosed that ball to Roger Simpson, but Newlove, the little run round there with Derek Fox, but well policed. Summers onto Heron. Summers selling the little dummy, gets the running Paul Medley coming, but Medley well tackled there. 2 more tackles to go now for Bradford Northern. Dixon spins round, gets the ball onto Watson. Watson spins the ball out to McDermott, but he's halted just 2 yards short. Watson going for the line. Watson gets the ball down. Referee saying no, he's short. The Bradford Speckies thought he'd got it down. Heron onto Hamer, and that's the last tackle. That's good defence by Widnes as all the pressure put on there by Bradford Northern. Northern just couldn't capitalise as the Widnes supporters now get behind the players, and back to Barry for this set of 6 for Widnes.
Well, absolutely unbelievable defence here. No matter what the final outcome here at Norton Park this afternoon, you can't fault Widnes for this performance. Sterling defence. They can't get away from that 10-metre line, but it's hardly surprising. The lads out there must be dead on their feet. Tired legs all over the place, but look at this. David Hume now is coming running for the ball. as if he's just come onto the park. Sheer character from the Chemics. Last ditch defence, 10 minutes left. Well, McCurry, and it's a penalty. A foul, the offside I think is given, as Steve McCurry chipped through anyway and looked to chase his own kick. I don't think any of the Widnes players have got the legs to go even 50 metres this afternoon, never mind the full length of the pitch. But this is where you would pay money for somebody like Martin Afire, Jonathan Davis, to just come on and go the full length for the Chemics. But these players have worked overtime this afternoon. They've played as hard as anyone could in 2 matches. Hansen stays down a bit, and I don't blame him. Mike O'Neill, he couldn't have a fitter lad to bring on when the chips are down and the legs are tired. Look at David Hume, still going strong over 100 miles an hour. Absolutely unbelievable. Here comes Mike O'Neill again, knocks off one. Well, where's he going? He's going close to touch. He stands up in the tackle. 9 minutes left. Bradford need to score twice, but it's Widnes on the attack. Now, can Widnes score? If Widnes score here, it will be a sensational. Singleton is waiting out wide. A drop goal would do it. It bounces down. Well, Broadbent has to get there. Back to one though for the Chemics. That was good thinking by Carl Hammond, because a drop goal would mean that they need to score 3 times. Peter Smith takes the ball in. Widnes seems to have found a new lease of life. Hammond, don't do anything silly here. David Ruane takes the ball in, keeps tight hold, using his vast years of experience there. Lee Hansen, look at that. You'd think he'd only been playing for 10 minutes. These lads have had 70 solid minutes. 12 men down to 10 at stages. Hammond can't get the ball out. His little shimmy almost took him over there. Is Hadley going to wait for the drop goal? No, but McCurry is. And it's there. Steve McCurry pops one over for the Chemics. The crowd goes wild, and Widnes now have a 13-point gap. Amazing stuff at Norton Park here. 8 minutes left. The crowd get behind the Chemics. This is what heroes are made out of. Well, you can watch Wigan and Saints any day on the telly, but you won't see more commitment and dedication to the cause than you've seen here at Norton Park this afternoon. Another substitution is being made. Mike O'Neill is coming off. Imosi Koloto is coming back on for the final 8 minutes. The star of the first half for the Chemics is being brought back on. Obviously just taken off for a bit of a break there by Tony Myler after his feats of the first half. The kick is deep, and the ball handed on by Carl Hammond, who wipes his forehead there after he passed that ball. Oh, look at Andy Collier go. Amazing stuff. Bursting through tackles. Peter Smith, centre field. This is the performance of the year, the performance of the season by any team, surely, at Norton Park. David Hume puts his head down. Lovely inside pass to Koloto. Koloto's going down the wing. Scored his first try this season last week for Widnes, scored again today. McCurry thinks about it, steps inside, falls to his knees. Well, it's another drop goal attempt, not this time, but it's going to go dead eventually, and it's a tap on the 20-metre line. 6 minutes left. Malcolm, can Bradford do it?
I doubt it really now. 6 minutes to go, and of course that all important man of the match, Gary Broadbent, the fullback, the youngster coming in for Stuart Spruce. But as we say, that was the killer punch, that drop goal there by Steve McCurry. Had the first attempt, charged down, but finally got one over, and Bradford now really been their own worst enemies this afternoon. Should have had a lot more ball out as Paul Newlove now, but Newlove policed well there. Darren Wright in very, very quickly. Derek Fox trying to get this ball moving. Brings Roy Powell on. Powell beats one. Trying to get the ball around the outside there to the supporting Dave Heron, but Fox inside to Watson. Watson into space, but David Hume again. Good tackle there on Dave Watson as Watson plays the ball to himself, drops the ball inside to Myers. Myers back over the top, and Widnes sweeping up there as on the sixth tackle. Bradford had to get that ball out. It looks like David Hume gone down there with a bit of an injury. Referee saying let's get on with it, taking the ball off of Hume. So Widnes with a set of 6 now.
I think that's David Hume's gone down with an old head there, perhaps, or maybe a dead leg, to be fair. He's still getting treatment, and I think he would have got straight up if he hadn't been genuinely injured. I think it's just old age coming on. But he chased David Watson back there, and it caught up with Watson at this stage of the game. Unbelievable, and he was still coming back from that when David Myers passed the ball back, hoping for something to come off it, and it rolled into the grateful arms of David Hume. 4 minutes left now. Well, it will take a miracle for Bradford Northern. That ball comes off a Bradford player. Collier scampers infield. Finally, Mr. Morris signals back to 1. David Owain, well, look at this. Widnes have suddenly come back to life with the ball in their hands. They can sense that they're going to clinch a sensational victory here at Norton Park. Darren Wright's throwing dummies and everything. Steve McCurry, dummies inside. David Hume, long ball out. Caloto knocks off 1, knocks off 2. He's going down the wing. He throws the ball into touch. Well, a bit over ambitious, perhaps there for the Mosi Caloto. It's a scrum down, and Bradford need to score 2 plus a penalty or a drop goal or some other form of score. And with 3 minutes left, well, I would like to congratulate the Widnes team on behalf of all the people in the town for this performance this afternoon, and say a big thank you very much, because they have really worked hard and played with passion and pride this afternoon for the Chemics and for the town of Widnes. And I'm sure that the players would like to thank the fans who've stuck by them all season and supported them, knowing that they were capable of something like this. But Myers jinks away. Myers, can he go the distance? He always likes to score against Widnes. Not this time though, Malcolm.
No, good running there by David Myers, but I think obviously left it a little bit too late as Roger Simpson into the line now. Simpson straightens up, but he's halted on the 20-metre mark. Derek Fox out to Heron. Heron, Watson coming into the line as Watson bobbing round, jinking, weaving, that ball popping out, picked up well there by Brian McDermott at the back, but Newlove props, straightens up again, but once again the Bradford centre been policed well this afternoon. Derek Fox running at the defence now, gets a good ball onto Neil Summers, but good cover tackling there on the last tackle, and man of the match again. Once again it was Gary Broadbent that stopped Neil Summers coming at pace there. So into the final couple of minutes now, and Widnes just taking the time there underneath their own post. They'll just drive this ball at the centre of the park for this set of 6 and obviously play time out.
Yes, I make it 2 minutes on my watch. Obviously a little bit more time. The referee has stopped the clock a few times when Widnes have taken the time in doing the dropouts and so on. But to hold Bradford and to stop them from scoring so far, with the amount of pressure that Bradford Northern have had on the Chemics, it's absolutely just defies words, the feat that the Chemics have pulled off in this second half. Cover tackling, Tony Myler. Well, when he came to Widnes as coach, he said he would play an expansive game and try to throw the ball out. He's certainly done that, but somehow as well he's improved the Widnes defence by 3 times. The cover tackling especially is outstanding, and Widnes just won't be beaten this afternoon. David Hume, dummies, inside ball. Well, Hammond tries to throw it out. It doesn't come off. It's a knock-on. It was the final tackle. It will be a turnover. 20 seconds left of normal time, plus about 2 or 3 minutes of stoppage time. And there's a bit more stoppage time. It's not really worth it now for Widnes. They might as well just get on with the game and get in for the bath, Malcolm.
Yeah, a little bit of time wasting there, but Colin Morris aware to it, restarts the clock. But Bradford now just playing out these last 2 or 3 minutes. Had the chances this afternoon, and of course it was that devastating opening 15-minute spell by Widnes that will see them through to that semi-final of the Regal Trophy, and Bradford to ponder and think what's going wrong, what's happening. Peter Fox and Nigel Stevenson need to back to the drawing board. As Watson into space, is Watson going to get the consolation try? Got the supporting player, Neil Summers, doing well, picking the ball up. Summers burst the tackle there, but finally hauled down. David Heron from the acting half-back gets the ball over the top to Roy Powell, but Powell's smothered there, managing to get the ball out as Newlove into the action, and the ball being pulled out, or the ball lost there once again by Paul Newlove. So chance for a consolation try to Bradford gone begging there as we approach the final hooter here at Norton Park. Scrum to Widnes, and of course all important their head and ball.
Thanks, Malcolm. And well, Gary Broadbent's playing like a man possessed at the moment. Sheer passion from the young Widnes fullback. He's been awarded the man of the match, and well, why not? He deserves it. So all the players down there, you can't separate who's played the best. The Widnes players as a team would deserve that award together, but to give it to the youngster, well, he's had a smashing game, his second full game for Widnes, and well, he's filled those boots of Stuart Spruce with honour, and I'm sure that Stuart Spruce will be as happy as anybody to see the youngster coming through, and I'm sure he's had a lot of encouragement. And there it is, the full-time hooter at Norton Park. Widnes go into the semi-final of the Regal Trophy against all the odds. Came here as the underdogs anyway, 12th in the league. But that opening spell of 14 minutes, what a tremendous start it was for the Chemics. Imoshi Kaloto, he made 3 tries, 2 for Hammond, 1 for Hadley, and scored 1 himself. Then he got sin-binned, then Paul Hume got sent off, then David Hume got sin-binned, and Widnes were down to 10 men, but they hung on for dear life. It was 20 points to 6 at half-time. They came out, in fact, Simpson scored twice before the half-time interval to make it 20 points to 10. They came out with it all to do, but they hung on in the crucial cover defence. No tries in the second half. Widnes kept a clean sheet in the half. McCurry popped a drop goal over just to make things safe, and that's the final score. Widnes go through a brilliant performance, certainly the performance of the season by any team. The fans give them a standing ovation behind the sticks there at the clock end, and they certainly deserve it. Absolutely brilliant. They wouldn't be denied this afternoon. Credit to Bradford Northern for their part in the game, but really Peter Fox must be wondering what's gone wrong when Bradford started the season so well up to Christmas, and then, well, they struggled this afternoon against the heroic 12 men in black. Widnes will be in the semi-final of the Regal Trophy. We will be there to cover it in the coming weekend. We'll see you then. Micron Video Productions, Gary McGrath and Malcolm from Bradford. Thanks for coming today, Malcolm, and we'll see you at the next game.